All right, Grassroots family, let's get right into it, man, with this tweet from your boy Dom. Because Dom Lucre, or whatever his last name is, I'm just going to call him Dom. His latest crybaby tweet on X is the kind of self-hate that deserves a little attention. So we're going to give it to him right here, man. So buckle up, because we're about to dissect this mess. Dom's out here whining, "I'd rather be called goy than a nigga," and listing all the black folks that he's thrown under the bus for his white supremacist puppet masters, only to be tossed away like some leftovers. First off, Dom, my guy, you out here sounding like a reject from a MAGA rally, clutching your pearls and begging for a pat on the head from folks that wouldn't even invite you to their country club. You said specifically. Now, I stood against George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, Jordan Neely, Sandra Bland, Mike Brown. Like, bro, you didn't just go against them. You tap danced on their graves for clout and a paycheck. You built your whole career as the black voice for white supremacists who needed a melanated mouthpiece to spew their anti-black venom. You were a tool, a shiny tool, a toy. Where they can say, "See, we not racist, we got a black guy." To say the same things that we're saying, or to have the same opinions as us. And now that they done with you, you shocked. You really shocked that they done with you and dropped you like a bad habit. Man, you out here learning the hard way, that white supremacy don't send no thank you notes and they don't give no severance packages. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about this "I'd rather be called goy than a nigga" line. It's like, damn, bro, you so deep in the sunken place, you writing love letters to the plantation owners. You out here, prioritizing one slur over another one, as if either one is a badge of honor. Neither is a compliment. But you've been so busy out here shucking and jiving for your overseers that you forgot to read the room. You thought you were a brother in arms, they ride or die. But the second you showed a sliver of humanity by defending a black child from being called the N-word, they turned on you faster than Usain Bolt. They called you a traitor, tribal. It's like, boo-hoo, bro. Welcome to the real world. That's what happens when you try to play both sides of the fence. You get spinners in your ass. You understand? You out here begging them to remember all the black people you attacked on their behalf like it's some resume for loyalty or something. Like, look, I trashed George Floyd. I slandered Trayvon. I dragged Sandra Bland. Like, bro, you sound like a snitch at a parole hearing. You out here listening to all your anti-black greatest hits like you trying to get a Grammy for that shit or something, or a platinum album or something, man. You were never they equal. You were their errand boy. They use you to push their narrative, to give their racism a black face. And now that you've outlived your youthfulness, they've kicked you to the curb. And you're not they homeboy, man. You they hand-me-down. Like, seriously. This is classic white supremacy, one-on-one. And Dom out here acting like I say, like he couldn't read the room. They propped up a black figure to do their dirty work. They let him soak up all the hate, and they disregarded him when the job was done. It's the same playbook they've been running since they had black overseers on the plantation. And Dom thought he was special, thought he was one of the good ones. But the second he stepped out of line to defend a black child for all people, all those things just went away. And now he on X crying about white Americans can't expect black support if they cut us off the first time we disagree. I mean, let's keep it 100, dog. I mean, you're not a victim. You're a volunteer. You signed up to be the black face for white supremacy, thinking it came with a 401k and job security. He was out here acting, attacking black martyrs, pushing conspiracies, cozying up to folks that would rather see us all back in chains. And for what? A few retweets. Now he's out here whining because his former bosses don't want him no more. They don't even want to let him back in the building no more. They turned his card off. He don't got no access no more. You played yourself. You thought you was breaking narratives. You were just breaking the trust of your own community, bro. You weren't a breaker of narratives. You were a breaker of hearts. A breaker of solidarity. A breaker of your own damn dignity, bro. And the irony of it all, the black folks that you trashed, George, Trayvon, Sandra, Jordan, Mike, they all still heroes to us, in our eyes. Their names live on in the fight of justice, while you still out here trying to fight for relevance. This is what happens when you sell out, man. You don't get a parade, you don't get a pink slip. White supremacy don't love you back, man. It chews you up and spits you out. It moves on to the next useful idiot. You were not their ally. You were their alibi. Okay? And the black community, we see you. And we see the game you played, the lives you disrespected, the pain you amplified for a quick buck. You can't come back. You can't come crawling back now. Not at all. Acting like you woke because you got dumped. You made your bed, and that bed has Confederate sheets on it. So in my opinion, good night and sleep tight. Fuck out of here, dog.